Hey there, it's Clay, and in this video, we're going to be talking about why the no contact rule never worked. I don't usually make a lot of no contact videos because they just don't get a lot of views on YouTube, and I understand why. You know, you're watching other coaches and stuff out there say you need to do no contact, and it's like, okay, well, how do you do no contact? Well, you don't contact your ex, and that's it. I can understand why you don't want to watch another video that says that, but that's not my approach to this whole getting your ex back thing. That's not my approach to saving relationships. I've gotten a lot of feedback from people recently that said that they liked my approach because I'm, not necessarily saying that you should do no contact. Don't get me wrong, there's a time and place for it for sure, but many times no contact is not what you need to be doing. And I don't like the fact that there's other people out there saying like, hey, turn your brain off, just do no contact, trust it 100%, it always works, they'll always come crawling back to you over broken shards of glass and all of that stuff. It does not go that way. Trust me, I've talked to many people who have done no contact and it didn't work. Their ex never got back in touch with them. Their ex never opened up to them. Their ex never begged for them back. Their ex never crawled over broken shards of glass or anything like that. And so I want to have a talk about that, even though this video may not get a lot of views. If you do want to support this channel, even though this video may not get a lot of views, hit that thumbs up button. It might help this video a little bit. So if you do like my message on the no contact rule, hit the thumbs up button. It will help us. But no contact. Yeah, there's a lot of people who are just telling you to just blindly do no contact. Don't think about it. Just blindly trust it. It always works 100% of the time, right? But no, it doesn't work that way. Why? No contact does not necessarily work because many times if you look at what caused your relationship to have a tough time or to struggle or to end up in a breakup, you may potentially discover that it was because you were not paying attention to the relationship. You were ignoring your partner or ignoring warning signs or ignoring cries for help and things like that. And if ignoring the situation got you into trouble in the first place, is really just ignoring your ex and ignoring the situation going to get you out of trouble? There was a certain scruffy-haired guy who many would consider a genius named Albert Einstein, I believe it was, if you've heard of that individual. Famous, historical, smart guy. Also, like inventor of the atomic bomb or something like that. Anyway, he once said that we cannot solve a problem with the same level of thinking that got us into it in the first place, or the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, right? Something to that effect. And that is unfortunately what a lot of people are doing when it comes to no contact. They ignored their partner, they ignored the relationship, it got them into trouble, and now they think that if they ignore their partner and they ignore the relationship, it's going to get them out of trouble. You see where this is going here, right? By the way, hit the thumbs up button. These no contact videos don't do so well on YouTube, so help a guy out. Help make this video a success. But that is many times why the no contact rule doesn't work. Also, when I'm listening to a coaching client, I will many times be sort of just listening like, okay, what does this situation need? What does this situation need? What's it going to take to bridge the gap between where they are right now and where they want to go? Okay, usually it's some sort of thing where it's like, okay, there's miscommunication, there's misunderstanding between the two of us, there's hurt feelings, there's hurt emotions and stuff like that. And if we can just talk about these things, novel idea, right? Talk about these things and actually come to an understanding between one another about what happened and come to an agreement that, hey, we're not going to go out of our way to hurt one another and we can be on the same team as we try to figure out this whole confusing thing about how we fit into each other's lives. If we can actually do these things, we can just do that, have a good conversation, avoid this whole like month or 2 months or 8 months or a year or whatever of no contact, and just move forward from there after one conversation. Like, why not just do that, right? Why not just do that instead of just doing the whole no contact thing? And so that's many times what people actually need, because if there's a misunderstanding, if there's miscommunication, if there's hurt feelings, yeah, sure, sometimes, asterisk, sometimes, a little bit of space and time can decrease the volume on those hurt feelings. But sometimes it can also increase the hurt feelings because, you think, okay, we had this big fight and, Coach John Doe says that I need to do no contact all the time, 100%. So I did it. And then my ex had, a month to sit there with these hurt feelings about our argument that we had. And they had a month to sit there and think of me as this jerk that only thinks of themselves and all of that stuff. And by the time the no contact period is over, they're just so resentful, so bitter, so angry, thinking of me as this jerk that they won't even talk to me anymore. That's happened many times. I've heard people talk about things like this before. And these are the people that should not be doing no contact. These are the people that should be getting on the same team. They should be having conversations. They should be apologizing if they did something wrong. They should be trying to bridge misunderstandings and actually, talk like grown adult human beings. This is a time when the no contact rule doesn't make sense at all. Now, when does the no contact rule make sense? Okay, I would consider not contacting your ex if the two of you being in contact is doing more harm to the emotional connection than being out of contact, right? Like if you being in contact with your ex is resulting in hurt feelings, arguments, frustration, all sorts of things like that, then it's like, okay, whoa, something here isn't working. So let's stop doing what's not working and let's take a little bit of a step back and let's maybe work through some stuff that we might need to work through. And then when something's different, it might make sense to go ahead and get back in contact with your ex. Maybe you need to get out of damage control mode. Maybe you need to, get some aspect of your life tightened up. Maybe you need some time away from your ex to kind of work through your own emotional stuff. Maybe something like that needs to happen. I don't know. But that might be a case where it might make sense to actually do no contact for a while. Again, you may not need to do no contact, though. If you're okay being in contact with your ex, it's bringing the two of you closer together. It's like, okay, something's working here. Why fix what ain't broken, as they say, by cutting contact when us being in contact is getting us closer together? Just because some rando on YouTube says, yeah, always do no contact, why do that if what you're already doing by being in contact is working? Don't just trust me on this. Don't just trust someone else on this, but use your head here. Figure out what makes the most sense for you and then do that. If what I'm saying makes the most sense for you, okay, cool, fine. Own that decision and take it forward. If what someone else says makes the most sense for you, okay, cool, own that and take that forward. But, make this a decision that you have, not a decision that I make for you or someone else makes for you or something like that. No contact may not be the right thing for you. It may not be the right thing for a lot of people. Many times, just having a simple conversation, getting to a mutual understanding about some miscommunication in the past, or some heated event, or some regretful moment, might be all you need to do. You don't necessarily need to go for 1, 2, 3, 6, 12 months of no contact. You don't need to play these power games. It's fine if you want to play a power game because you're choosing to play for the most power. That's totally okay. But most of the people that I work with don't care about power. They don't want to just accumulate power. What they want is they want a great relationship. And sometimes, maybe most of the time, getting a great relationship is going to require you to do different things than gaining massive amounts of power. And so you need to know what game you're playing. Are you playing the game of getting a lot of power, getting power over someone else? Or are you playing the game of having an awesome relationship? If you want to have an awesome relationship, you need to choose that game and focus solely on winning that game. If you're choosing to play the game of power, that's fine. Focus solely on accumulating as much power as you possibly can and don't worry about having a great relationship. Just go for power. Granted, that might cost you the ability to have a great relationship, but hey, at least you'll be powerful. And if that's the game that you're choosing to play, all right, at least you're winning that game. But don't go after power thinking that it's going to give you a great relationship. And don't go after a great relationship if you think it's going to give you power. Choose the one that you're going to play and then play it to win, okay? So when it comes to no contact, I hope I've explained why it often doesn't work. Once again, these no contact videos generally don't do so well on YouTube, so hit that thumbs up button to help this video out. Leave some comments below, engage with this video, subscribe to this channel, all that sort of stuff. It might help us to compensate for the fact that this is a no contact video. And if you do want to get some help and advice for free, head on over to modernlove.life/newsletter. There's a link to it down in the description box below. You can sign up for our newsletter over there, where we'll send you a nice little report on the no contact rule and other myths and misconceptions that people have about getting their ex back, saving a relationship, that we need to pull apart and we need to look at. And we talk about what actually does work for our clients. Additionally, when you're on the newsletter, we'll send you some advice, tips, and strategies to help you out to get the kind of great relationship that you want, to connect with your ex and do all of these great things. But once again, that's over at modernlove.life/newsletter. Anyway, I hope this has been helpful for you. Thank you so much. Please take care. Hit that thumbs up button, and I'll talk to you next time.